Hi, I'm Lindsay Cox, an advocate for trauma-informed classrooms. I want you to imagine with me for a moment waking up and everything is gone. Not just your electricity, not just your roof, but your sense of normal and your sense of control. That's exactly what happened in my community when Hurricane Michael hit in 2018. Over 50 people lost their lives, entire neighborhoods were flattened, and trees, hundreds of years old, snapped like toothpicks. Schools were closed for weeks. Families stood in line for food and water, truck deliveries from the government, no electricity, no air conditioning, no routines, just survival. Now imagine being a child living through that. A month later, those same children walked back into their classrooms, but they didn't come back the same, because trauma doesn't end when the storm passes, it follows them, and it shows up in funny ways. Trauma, like living through a natural disaster, is called an adverse childhood experience, or ACE. ACEs literally rewire your brain. Some students become jumpy because every loud noise feels like their roof being ripped off. Some students become inattentive and can't process a coloring sheet. Others act out because they long for some sense of control. What looks like bad behavior might actually be anxiety. What looks like inattentiveness might actually be overload. What once mattered no longer does. There is no space for learning and a brain just trying to survive. Inclusive and equitable classrooms are imperative. Every child walks into your classroom with a different backpack full of different trauma. Some walked in after losing everything. Some were affected at all. Some are still living in homes with blue tarps instead of roofs. Some are still waiting for life to feel normal again. Equity means we see that trauma and we act accordingly. We give each student what they need to feel safe enough to learn. So how do we do that? Here are 3 practical strategies. Number 1, relationship is key. Actively listen to your students. Get to know them, earn their trust, learn their trauma, and be an advocate. Step 2, visual schedules. This one is simple. Give students predictability and a sense of control. A visual schedule lets students see what's coming. And finally, number 3, be patient and flexible. Explicitly teach calm down tactics and designate a calm down corner. A dysregulated student cannot learn. Teach self-regulation. Partnering with families is essential to student success. Families are another set of eyes outside of the classroom. They can offer insight into trauma and provide tactics that work at home. How can we partner with families to support students with trauma? 1, simply communicate. You're on the same team after all. Ask questions, share concerns, and be consistent with this communication. And number 2, use your resources. Refer to your guidance counselor for help. Families experience trauma together and many times need community resources for help. Lead families in the right direction. Here's the key. The most successful students after the storm step back into well-established, equitable, trauma-informed classrooms. The foundation was already there. Be prepared. Start today. Trauma will unfortunately continue to happen, and a trauma journey is not linear. Don't wait until after the storm. To conclude, be an advocate. We need trauma-informed training, mental health resources, and a general understanding that home life and school life are intrinsically linked. These supports are not optional because the storm may be over, but for many children, the trauma is not. Are our classrooms helping our students survive at best, or are we helping them to thrive? Thank you.